It's MrConectr back again for another stream. Today we went over a lot in the live stream. Hope you guys had a chance to catch that. But I was showing you guys about the crypto market structure bill draft. Now this is just a draft. So of course they're going to make changes, and if they make changes, they'll have to send it back to the House, which is expected sometimes. But I'm going to do a summary of this. Actually, I fed this entire bill into Grok, and we're going to do a summary using Grok, and we're just going to read over that so we understand what's going on. Let me wait a few minutes to get a few people in the chat. This is a live read. A lot of times I just do it live, guys. It's a lot easier just to go live instead of trying to edit. So let me open up my YouTube. Yeah, I had a really good stream today. And let me just get this open in case anybody wants to chat. Pop out the chat. There we go. Right on. I know you guys aren't expecting 2 streams from MrConectr today, but I've got a little time on my hands. And we have Fly Kiwi already in here. What's up? Illuminati Nights. Oh, it's just starting. That's right. I forgot that's Monday. Forgot all about that. So we're just reading through the market structure draft. And yeah, guys, make sure you check out Uncle Buster over on his channel, and you can check back in with me at any time and rewatch this. But we've got section 401, micro innovation sandbox. So I'm just going to read through this short stream here, then call it a night. Shouldn't be too long of a video. Yeah, I forgot all about stepping on Uncle Buster's channel. Yeah, make sure you go check out Illuminati Nights. And let's read through this. What's the purpose? Establish a regulatory sandbox to allow eligible firms to test innovative financial activities with temporary exemptions from certain regulations. Key provisions: eligibility and exemptions. So eligible firms can apply for exemptions from specific laws, which are except for federal and state anti-fraud laws, to conduct innovative activities. The commission, likely the SEC, yeah, this is redoing the SEC. It's amending the Security Act of 1933 is what this market structure bill does. Of course, it has to amend the SEC. And it sets conditions for exemptions to protect investors and maintain market integrity while allowing meaningful market testing. Notice of participation. Firms must submit a notice to the commission, including description of the proposed innovative activity and desired outcomes, identification of laws from which exemption is sought, explanation of how current laws pose significant barriers, and identification of material risk to investors, consumers, or market integrity, along with mitigation strategies. Certification of compliance with federal and state anti-fraud laws. Of course, they're going to make sure it's all legit, no fraud. A substantially complete notice becomes effective 10 business days after submission, allowing firms to start sandbox activities. So 10 days after they submit it, they can start on their sandbox activities. Duration. Participation lasts up to 2 years in the sandbox, unless extended by the commission for up to 1 additional year, or longer if necessary for investor protection or public interest. Extension is contingent on the firm pursuing permanent rulemaking or exemptive no relief action. What's up, D Cartel? Good to see you guys. Yeah, I hate I jumped in while Illuminati Nights is going. I forgot all about that. It's Monday night. It happens sometimes though. Conditions and enforcement. Firms must comply with commission-approved regulatory conditions consistent with anti-fraud laws, and the commission monitors activities and enforces compliance with applicable regulations and anti-fraud laws. Public disclosure firms must post their notice of participation, including regulatory conditions, prominently on their public website. So they have to let the public know. And data collection. The Commission collects data from sandbox activities to inform permanent, principle-based regulatory frameworks that promote efficiency, competition, capital formation, and investor protection. Okay, here's Section 402, Blockchain Regulatory Certainty Act. The short title is the Regulatory Certainty Act. Purpose clarifies the regulatory treatment of non-controlling developers or providers of distributed ledger services with respect to money transmission laws. Definitions. Finally going to get some definitions, guys. Developer or provider. A person or business creating or publishing software for distributed ledger creation or maintenance. Distributed ledger service. Services or systems enabling access to a distributed ledger network, including sending, receiving, exchanging, or storing digital assets. Non-controlling developer or provider. A developer provider without legal or unilateral control over digital asset transactions without third-party approval. The key provisions. Treatment. Non-controlling providers are not classified as money transmitters or engaging in money transmission. And why would they be if they're non-controlling developers? So they're separating firms that are using the rails versus the developers of the rails, right? They're exempt from registration requirements similar to those with money transmitters, effective from the date of enactment, based solely on creating or publishing software for distributed ledgers, providing hardware, software for customer custody of digital assets, or offering infrastructure support for digital distributed ledger services. And what are the rules of construction? Does not affect classification as a money transmitter under other federal state laws, like anti-money laundering or counterterrorism financing, or activities outside this sector's scope. And it does not classify providers as financial institutions under specific federal codes or future laws. And it does not impact intellectual property laws or state enforcement of consistent laws. And it does not create or cause an action or impose liability under inconsistent state and local laws. Section 403, self-custody. The purpose is to protect the rights of individuals to self-custody digital assets and use them for lawful purposes. And we've got more definitions. Covered user. A person using digital assets to purchase goods, services for personal use, regardless of acquisition method. And a self-hosted wallet, a digital interface for securing or transferring digital assets where the owner retains independent control. And here's some key provisions. Federal agencies are prohibited from restricting or impairing a covered user's ability to use digital assets for the lawful purposes, like purchasing goods and services. The self-custody digital assets using self-hosted wallets or other means of lawful transactions. And Section 404, international cooperation, promotes purposes. The purpose is to promote U.S. leadership in global digital asset regulation through cooperation with foreign authorities. Key provisions. The Commission is directed to consult and coordinate with foreign regulators for consistent international standards and to enter into information sharing arrangements for investor consumer protection and to pursue reciprocal arrangements ensuring equivalent treatment for U.S.-based digital asset firms and exchanges, infrastructure providers abroad. Hey, what's up, Yogi? How you doing? Just going through this bill here. Summarizing, Grok's giving us a good summary of the new crypto market structure bill. I'm just going to read through it right quick and call it a stream, and then go check out Uncle Buster's stream on the Illuminati Nights. Advocate for technology-neutral open standards in international fora to preserve lawful access to public blockchain infrastructure, support dollar-denominated digital assets, and safeguard self-custody and privacy rights. and engaging cooperative enforcement, supervisory, coordination, and technical assistance to promote responsible innovation. And the cross-border sandbox. The Commission shall establish or participate in cross-border regulatory sandboxes building on the micro-innovation sandbox, which was Section 401 we covered at the beginning. Section 405 is automated regulatory compliance study. The purpose is to examine the potential for distributed ledger tech, DLT, to enable automated code-based regulatory compliance. Sense of Congress. DLT can make compliance data transparent and machine readable, enabling embedded regulations like proof of reserves, on-chain audit trails, AML screenings. Smart contracts can automate contractual firms, reducing costs, lag times, and improving investor protection. Study requirements. The Comptroller General must submit a report within 2 years to Senate Banking and House Financial Services Committee covering and mapping existing DLT-based compliance tools. Source libraries, standard schemes, smart contract templates for statutory disclosures, real-time reporting and audit trail logging, AML, sanctions screening, and customer ID. Evaluating feasibility, benefits, and risk of allowing requirements registrant to use on-chain code-based compliance mechanisms. Accessing interoperability with current Commission data systems and identifying needed standards, taxonomies. That's important there. Analyzing cost-benefit for issuers, intermediaries, investors, and others. Recommending pilot programs, guidance, rule changes, or statutory amendments for automated compliance. Benchmarking international efforts and consulting with state, federal, and local regulators. Okay, and here's Section 406 of the bill. Report on legislative recommendations. The purpose is to require federal finance regulators to provide legislative recommendations to Congress. The definitions are appropriate committees of Congress, which are the Senate Banking, Housing, and Urban Affairs, Senate Agriculture, Nutrition, and Forestry, House of Financial Services, and House Agriculture. Federal finance regulator includes the Federal Reserve, the CFTC, the Treasury, the FDIC, the FHFA, and the NCUA. Key provisions are implies a report requirement through specific details are not those specific details are not provided in excerpt. It's likely to address regulatory frameworks for digital assets based on sandbox data and other findings. So here's the general observations of the bill. And then I'm going to call it after this, not much longer. Focus. The bill emphasizes fostering innovation in digital assets and blockchain tech while balancing investor protection and market integrity. The regulatory flexibility, the micro-innovation sandbox, and exemptions are for non-controlling developers to aim to reduce barriers to innovation. That's big, guys. Reduce the barriers to innovation. That's the main key. Consumer protections. Anti-fraud laws remain non-exempt. That's big. And self-custody rights are explicitly protected. There you go. Protect those cold wallets. Global leadership, international cooperation, and cross-border sandboxes aim to position the U.S. as a leader in digital asset regulation. Technology-driven compliance. The study on automated compliance reflects a forward-looking approach to leveraging DLT for regulatory efficiency. This summary covers the key elements of the provided draft bill, focusing on structure, intent, and specific provisions. So there's your summary, guys, of the market structure bill by Grok. I just wanted to read through that real quick in this quick little live here. Thank you guys for tuning in. Check out my live stream earlier today. And let's hop over to Uncle Buster's channel and check out Blue Nights.